Hey everybody, it's Laura, and today we are going to struggle to show you in my weird home video setup how to make a beaded gecko. I have always thought this was a lizard, but when I looked up online, everyone calls it a gecko, so I guess it is both. Okay, that's great. So first things first, you need to get your string, your cord that is in your kit. You need about, it said in the lesson I learned from, you needed 2 yards. I did not need 2 yards. I gave you what I needed. If you run out for some reason and you need a longer piece of string, you come to the library and you say, Laura, give me a longer piece of string, and I will give you a longer piece of string. If by chance you don't have as many colored beads as you need, I counted out the exact number you need, but maybe you had one fall, just come see me in the children's room and I will help you out. I have so many beads. Please use my beads. So what you're going to do is thread your middle bead onto your cord, keep it in the center. Then you're going to thread one side through 2 of your main color bead and then thread the other tail back through it. So what you're really doing is kind of lacing these like a shoe. Both ends of the cord have to go through the beads. So as I put those 3 on, I now have to get the other side through my 3. And that does is it changes the way the bead is facing, so that instead of looking at the side of the bead, you get like it facing front on. So it looks like a lizard now instead of just a long line of beads, like a bracelet. So following the order in your template, you are going to thread these beads on and then use the other side of your cord to go back through them. I gave you a needle. You might not use it, but if you're having a particularly hard time, go back, use the needle to thread the beads on. I found this harder than it was not. So for the arm like this, you're threading 2 main color, 3 of your contrast color, and instead of going through those 3, you're just going to go back through the 2 main color beads. And that only uses one side of the cord. And then the other side of the cord will repeat that. Again, this is all in your template. If you have trouble, please come in. I'll help you. But there's also a ton of different videos of people who have done this. So if you're finding my sad attempt at filming on my dining room table at home difficult to see, someone else has done it too. This is the only space left in our construction nightmare for me to film is at my house. So you get it, bad lighting and all. But hopefully you can see what I'm doing. And you can always slow this down. It's up to you. But it's a cute little project, and most of the time, with the exception of the legs, you will be threading everything on one side and then going back through it with the other side of your cord. Now these can be used the way that we used to use them, which was like on a keychain. I say we, I'm talking like late 90s. We used these as like a keychain, and you would have like as many keychains as was physically possible all clumped together and like one key, because like we didn't drive yet. We were in the 7th grade. Maybe that's not your vibe. If you want, you can clip it onto your jacket. You can clip it onto a backpack. Up to you. Don't have to clip him onto anything. You can just keep him in his lizard form, hanging out on your desk or something. But this was what I would consider to be like one of our original fidget toys, because you can play with this guy and it's so much fun. And I never had one of these in the 7th grade. I did not go to camp and make this. I did not go to anything fun and exciting. I just mostly stayed at my house, and we didn't do this. But he's cute, and I like him, and I'll probably make more. And there are other kinds of animals that you can bead. If you look online, there are tons of different templates. This is just the only one we had. in the millennium days. So since that is the thing everyone is considering vintage now, deeply hurting me in my soul, this is what we're making. Those little legs are a little touchy, but you'll get it. You can do it. Just tighten up your string as you go so that everything is neat. And when you get to the very end, you're just going to go back and forth between each color bead. So you're going to thread a dark bead, go back through it with the other side, thread another bead, a lighter bead, go back through, and that's going to create a tail. The tail can be as long as you want. He could have lost his tail because geckos, don't they lose their tail when they freak out? I think they lose their tail when they're scared. So maybe your gecko has anxiety, and that's okay. He lost his tail. It's fine. And when you're all done and you get to the tail section, you can add that little metal clip there that you can see, and that is what attaches it to your bag, if you want to attach it to your bag, or to your keys if you want to do that. And I just knotted it on. If you want to make it super secure, you can add a little of a heavy-duty glue like super glue or E6000 or even hot glue to the end of your knot that you make, and that will make it impossible for that to come undone. That does not mean that if you use the Sky Hard, the cord might not break in another place, but it should be good for a while, provided it's not shut in any doors or anything like that. And it shouldn't be. If it's on your backpack, you're not usually shutting your backpack in a door.